Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Lav, and before I start the video, I just want to start off by saying thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. I'm honestly in shock that I could reach that amount in just a few days from just my building videos. I am so extremely happy that you guys like the builds that I've done so far. I always put a lot of details, effort, and a lot of time into my builds. So I'm so happy that you guys like the builds, and if my videos inspire you in any way, I'm so happy with that and I hope they help you. Okay, let's begin the video. For this video, I'm going to be sharing the tips that I used and still use to get to 100k bucks, and what I did and continue to do to grow my bucks. Because since I am a builder, I'm constantly using bucks, and that can really drain your bucks really fast. But this is what I do to stay above 100k, so I hope this video helps you. And I do want to mention that I'll also only be saying the tips that I personally use, because if you go on YouTube and you look up how to grind for bucks, there's tons of videos of people teaching others how to grind for bucks, and the best way possible to make a lot of bucks. And while all those videos are very helpful and very good, and I'm glad they're out there, I don't do all of those tips that are mentioned in a lot of those videos. So we'll only be talking about the few tips that I personally use, because I am a little lazy when it comes to grinding, but maybe my tips can help you, if you're also a fellow lazy gal or guy. Okay, let's begin with the tips. Okay, first thing is to have a grind room. A grind room with everything that you need is very important, so you want to make sure that you have a shower or a bath. I have a bath, just because I like the way they look better. I do know that showers are a little faster to clean your pets, but I really don't mind the few seconds it takes longer, and I think the baths look cuter, and that's honestly why I use the baths. But you could use whatever you prefer. You'll also need a bed for your pet, a food and water bowl, and pianos. Pianos, you'll need them for the playground task, so you don't have to go to the playground for that task. And all you have to do is, if you're in your grinding area, when that task pops up, you can just use the piano instead. Here in this room, I also have a water cooler. And because I don't like the way it looks, it's hiding a little bit, but it's okay because I know it's there. And when I'm grinding with my alt accounts as babies, I use this for my alts to complete their water task. And it's also free to use after you first purchase it for your home. Another thing you could have in your house is donuts. I will show you guys how they look. This is the donut plate that you can add in your house. I don't have it because I don't like how long it takes to eat it. And I'll also explain a little more about that, but every food item has an certain amount of times that you need to click on it to completely eat it. And when it comes to food, I do like to go to the pizza place and get the food that's in the back for my alt accounts that are babies and even my pets when I'm grinding. So I don't use the donuts because they take too long. So yeah, the first thing you'll need is a grind room, with the most important items being pet beds, pet baths, pet food and water, and also a piano if possible. Now to elaborate more on how I use my alt accounts to grind, which is also tip number 2, use alt accounts. I do grind with 2 alt accounts at least, but you'll need multiple devices for this. I do play on my PC on my main, but when I'm grinding, I do grind with one account on my iPad and another account with my school laptop. So I have 3 devices to grind on. But if you don't have multiple devices to grind on, it is perfectly fine, because I don't always grind with 2 accounts. I only do it sometimes because, like I said, I'm a little lazy, but when I want a lot of bucks really fast, I do grind with 2 alt accounts. And sometimes I even make my main account a baby to get even more money. So yeah, when you do grind with your alt accounts, you want to make sure that your alt accounts are babies and that they're also in your family, because you will get more bucks that way too. And for the extra bucks that your alts will get, you'll want to have a register in your home. I don't have the register out here. I have it in here, but it's still usable. So you'll need a register to send money from your alt account to your main account. Now you can also do this with the new mannequins, where you can sell outfits, and you can buy the outfits on your alt accounts, and you'll get the money on your main account too. But I personally prefer the register since it's smaller and more out of the way. You can also put a food stand in your house and have your alts buy food from it, and you'll get the bucks that way too. I do want to mention that for all of these methods of sending money to your main, there is a certain amount of times that you can do it before you have to wait again. On the register, you can send 50 bucks 3 times, and then you have to wait a little before doing it again. And this is also true for the rest of the methods, except the amount varies. But you can use whatever you prefer for sending money, that's all up to you. But yeah, I do this so that my money is on my main account. Now here I am in the pizza place. Earlier I mentioned the food from the pizza place and how I prefer the food from here. I grab all of these when I'm grinding because you can grab as many as you want. So tip number 3 is to get easy quick food items like from the pizza place and or the marshmallows. But I will show you why I like these better. So when you hover over a food item, it will show how many uses they have. So to completely fill up your hunger with this food, you only need to use it once. So that means that you don't have to continuously tap the screen to completely eat the food. But now when you hover over the sandwich, it says 3 uses left, and that means it just takes longer to eat and you have to tap it more to completely eat it. I also use the marshmallows, which you can get from the camping area because they only just have 1 use, so they're faster to eat. Also, if you buy the Camping Kit Game Pass where it gives you the marshmallows, the big tent, and the fire pit, you get to place the marshmallows anywhere outside and grab as many as you want from them. I'm not sure if it has a limit for how many marshmallows you can grab, but I don't think so. But you get all those items when you buy that with Robux. But I understand that it costs Robux and not everybody has it. But I think that it's super worth it. Now here I am outside so I can demonstrate how I use the marshmallows. So you can quickly put this down where you'd like as long as it's outside. And my pet needs to eat right now, so that's even better. I only grab a couple of marshmallows, so I'm not sure if there's a limit. But I only grab a few cause if I need it again I can just take it out again and grab more whenever. And then you just feed your pet and it's super easy. Now if you're a baby you feed yourself with it. And you only have to click it once to completely eat it. Here I am in the salon. You can take care of your pets right here. There's water, food, and beds. When you're in the salon to complete the salon task you can take care of your pet here and it's free of course. But I'm sure lots of people know this already, but nonetheless it's pretty useful. Next tip that is super useful is to take advantage of the new hotbar down here at the bottom. It's from a pretty recent update that Adopt Me released. But if you go to settings right here on the right side of your screen, it'll be on the first page. And you just click Edit Hotbar. Then you add items that you'll quickly need to take care of your pet down here. Something important to know though is that the amount of items that you can add on your hotbar depend on what you're playing on. If you're on PC, you can add up to 9 items, and if you're on a phone, it's only 3. On a tablet, I believe it's 3 to 5 items, since the screen is smaller on a mobile device. But the hotbar is extremely useful and I love it. It's my favorite update that they've done so far to the base game. Now I'd like to demonstrate another item that I use a lot, which is the small tent that you can purchase with normal bucks at the shop by the campsite. So anywhere outside, you can put this tent if your pet needs to sleep if you don't want to go home for it. I also buy food items from the supermarket and add it to my hotbar since it doesn't leave when you exit the game, unlike the free food items. I like having this heretofore when I don't want to go to the pizza place or if I just spawned in the game and my pet quickie needs to eat and I'm not home. It does cost bucks, but the apples are just $1 I believe. But I think it's a pretty good price. You can buy 100 of them for $100, which is not a lot of money honestly. So I always like to purchase apples and keep down here on my hotbar. I also have on my hotbar my grappling hook. I use this a lot to quickly get from place to place. So I always keep it in my hotbar too and I love it very much. Another thing to know is which of these to press to teleport closer to the salon, pizza place, and beach tasks. Which brings us to tip number 5, how to use teleportation. So I use gifts to teleport close to the beach and to go to the camping site. I use toys to teleport close to the salon and pizza place. And the stroller shop actually also teleports you a tiny bit closer to the beach like I show here. But I've always used the gifts task for the beach, so I don't really use this one, but I thought I'd show it anyways. And here we are. I also like to take advantage of the 2 times weekends for both bucks and potions. I grind a lot more with my alts during this time too. So this is also quick tip number 6, take full advantage of the 2 times weekends. For those that may not know what this is, it's random weekends that Adopt Me does where they make aging up pets and rewards for task aka bucks 2 times is easier to get and do. That was a mouthful, but yay. But in other words, if a pet takes 30 tasks to age up to the next level, during this weekend it will only take 15 tasks. And also completing a task for it like feeding it will also get you double the bucks. And this is also true for babies I believe. But yeah, this is why everybody loves to time weekends. My next big tip that I always use is to set a limit of bucks that you can use before you have to gain it back again. So for me that is right now not going under 100k bucks, but I can use whatever else. If I reach 100k, I just grind again to reach 110,000 and then use that 10k to build, buy pets, or whatever I want. This is what I did for the new butterfly that Adopt Me released. I bought for which is like 6k bucks and then gained those back and bought for more again and repeated this till I was at 16 butterflies, which is enough for a mega. I do this because I feel like it's easier to set a limit than to just spend everything you have and then starting again from a little bit or 0. And for building I do the same, I gain the bucks before I build the home so I don't go below my limit. So basically I plan a budget, and eventually I want to get to 200,000, so I'll keep doing this. I'll save up 1-2k and grind an extra 10,000 just to use for building and pets, and then not go below 1-2k and so on. I hope this made sense, but if it didn't, I'm so sorry. I don't know how else to explain it. But this is something I've always done and continue doing. but I hope it did make sense and can help you. My last and final tip that I use sometimes is AFK grinding. I know there's certain people that have access to a feature on Adopt Me where they can AFK age up their pets, but I know a lot of others don't, and I don't either, so I'm not even sure who does. I think it's real since I've seen people playing Adopt Me and have seen that in the back, but I'm not sure how to even get that feature. But anyways, I'll show what I do to AFK grind at times. For this, you can go to the salon or school, but to show you guys an example, it'll be in the salon. For this, I do recommend to be in a private server so that all positions are empty and other people can't interact with you or your pet. But you'll want it to get a permanent job. Then you'll want to go to gameplay and settings and toggle pet follows off and then set your pet on the bed. You also want to make sure you either touch the screen or move before 20 minutes or have some sort of auto-clicker that clicks on your screen for you every couple of minutes. If you don't touch the screen before 20 minutes, you will get kicked out the game for being idle. But doing this will get you bucks and also help you age up your pets. This will age up your pet sleeping and salon tasks whenever it pops up. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how to do this on any mobile device, so I apologize about that. But maybe there's a tutorial somewhere on YouTube for mobile devices. But yeah, this is what I sometimes do to AFK grind for bucks. And those were all my tips and what I do. I guess the biggest tip that I have is to just be patient. There's no way of getting 100k bucks in 3 days. It honestly took me more than 3 months for this because I do like to use my bucks. Well, maybe you can get 100k bucks in 3 days, but I don't know the secret yet, lol. But I won't lie, I'm not a hardcore grinder, so maybe somebody could reach this much in less time. I think I just use and save my bucks wisely. I apologize if my tips weren't great. I just thought I'd share with you guys what I do, which honestly isn't much, and I've just saved my bucks for a while now. Nonetheless, I hope that my tips or what I do can help you, or that this was at least a bit interesting. Thank you so much for watching, and once again, thank you for 1k subs. I'll be posting more speed builds soon, and let me know anything else that you guys would like to see in the comments. Sub and like for more, and I love you guys so much. See y'all next time.